We're just two girls in this world figuring it, living life for the first time.
Wow, you've said a lot of problematic things on this podcast so far. You said you're a flat earther. It's a lot for the people to digest in one episode.
Yeah. And this is Coming Undone. Hi. Hey, friends. It's been a little bit.
Well, this is hopefully our first official podcast. Yeah. How does it feel?
I don't know. It feels good. I feel better, I think, about this time. You know, this like timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I have nothing planned. So we're really just jumping into this raw dogging it.
We're
really gonna see how this goes. I mean, it can go one, two ways, I guess. But to start off, my name is Deej.
And I'm Tori.
And yeah, this is our first official podcast episode of what we're calling Coming Undone. So we're going to see if that name sticks. That's, again, Coming Undone. You can follow us on all social media platforms at Coming Undone Podcast. But yeah, how do we feel about that name?
I forgot what the name was until you just said it, if I'm being honest.
It only took us at least
like
8 months. Yeah, to come up with the name. And, you know, I had got all this equipment and we really wanted to make a podcast. And then, you know, it was like one thing after another of how we were going to do this, how we were going to do that. And then we were like, okay, what's our name? And then we were stuck there for at least, 8 months, I would say. But we're here.
We're here.
It's
we're
happening.
Queer. Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, happy Pride.
Hey. Be who you are because of your pride.
Do you celebrate Pride Month? And if you do, how do you celebrate Pride Month?
I wouldn't necessarily say I celebrate Pride Month, but I indulge in the celebrations in which Pride Month brings.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Can you elaborate, actually?
Like... I really do think that Pride Month is just a way of like capitalism. Oh, do I need that?
You're fine.
Okay.
There's something that can help that.
I think capitalism. I think Pride Month is a little bit capitalistic, you know what I mean, towards the gays. And so, but I like the celebrations that it brings, you know. I love a good Pride parade. I love a good Pride event. But I don't know if I necessarily intentionally go out of my way to celebrate Pride, but I go to the celebrations.
Okay. Honestly, I haven't really been to any Prides. I went to Phoenix Pride a few times, but I didn't really like divulge. And Phoenix is really hot, so when there's Pride, it's not
miserable.
Fun. You're just slow cooking out there, just slow roasting. It's just bad.
A bunch of Costco roast chickens out there wandering the
basically. So I've never really done like Pride like for real, so I can't really say that I've celebrated, I don't think.
I actually, realistically, I've been to every Pride every year since I became an adult. I've been to I think Seattle's Pride was probably the best Pride I ever went to.
I feel like that one would be really fun.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. Washington's. I went to every year I lived in Washington, I went to Pride and had an absolute blast.
How was like going to Pride? Was it like a diverse atmosphere? I feel like in Phoenix, it's a lot of just the white tea gays, which I mean is fine, but I just felt like maybe that's what kept me from going, is because there was just like not a lot of
diversity.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Washington is diverse, but in comparison, I think maybe back then I would have said, oh yeah, the Prides are super diverse. But then after moving to Houston, in my mind, it's like nothing has been as diverse as Houston. So yeah, realistically, looking back,
So you've been to Houston Pride?
I went to Houston Pride 2 years ago, and it got shut down because people were like, there's too many people. People were hopping over the fences.
They were fucking in the streets too?
Probably.
I feel like that happens at a lot of Prides.
They do. Well, I mean, Washington's Pride, I think nudity is legal in Washington. So
yeah, because Washington, they have the Folsom Street Festival, right?
There were so many penises I saw. I did not really enjoy it.
And that's what turned you lesbian?
Yeah. Oh. That was the turning point, was Washington Pride, seeing a bunch of penises everywhere.
Well,
Happy Pride.
Yeah. I mean, what's Pride if you don't see at least 4 penises, right?
And at least 16 pairs of titties.
I don't feel like I see too much of the titties at Pride. But again, I went to Phoenix. I feel like Phoenix Pride, I don't know shade to Phoenix, but I just feel like it doesn't give.
That's because Arizona's kind of homophobic. Controversial opinion.
And that's why I lived there for so long.
But
maybe this year I'll go to Houston Pride, but I don't know, because the same thing about Houston.
It's hot.
It's hot. And I feel like okay, Phoenix is like a dehydrator, right? Like you're sitting there and you're just dehydrating and you're burning up to a crisp. Houston is like a seafood boil bag. And I feel like
everybody's musty. Yeah. Garlic everywhere.
It just doesn't seem like a good time. I mean, even like going out at night at Houston, it's just the humidity. Like I'm sweating. I'm a sweaty girl. So I just feel like it's just not for me. But I really feel like I probably should go and have a real authentic Pride experience.
I think so. I think me and Brooke are going to go. So I think we could all go. Yeah. Family of gays.
And you ducklings. Know what? Going back to the consumerism side of things, I just feel like, okay, so you go to Target, right? And you see like the Pride section. You can like buy whatever. And that's great. Whatever. That's fine. Well, is it great? I don't know. But more importantly, gay people need to be getting a discount. Where are the discounts?
Well, I mean,
you know what I mean?
What do you have? Sorry, I didn't mean to scream at you, but what? Do you have like a identifier on your driver's license?
I think there should be something, because
want to see a video of me making out with a girl?
I think there needs to be something, because I mean, I think that's the reason why the consumerism part, we feel like, because we just feel like these companies are making all this money off of us, and it's just kind of like a way for them to say, yeah, we like the gays, capitalize on the moment. And so I feel like they need to, if they're gonna capitalize, they also need to do something that says like, we really stand with y'all and we really fucking with y'all. And I feel like that would be a discount for gay people, and I think they should do the same for Black History Month. I mean, really put your money where your mouth is.
I'm 0.4%, and I could pull that up, and I could get a discount.
Ooh, maybe we can actually finally talk about that.
Oh, Ancestry! I totally forgot. Yes.
Okay, so a few months ago, we did our 23&Me's. We just really wanted to know where we came from and our roots and where we're going and all that fun stuff. So
still don't know where we're going.
Yeah, but anyways, I guess tell us about your results.
You want me to pull it up? Maybe or you want me to just talk about it? Realistically, I'm 99.6. Thank you. Good math. 99.6% white, like English, Italian, Irish.
It was a real shocker at the time.
Whoa, yeah. And then I found out that I was 0.4% Northern African, I think is what it said. There was no specifics in there, right? But I think it just, yeah. Anyways, yes. That's who I am.
You were 99.6% white, but what were the flavors? You know what I mean?
The flavors,
Irish. Like what kind of white was it? Was it eggshell white, and then you were part, like off white, and then maybe like beige?
Beige. Okay, so like, would you consider Italian beige?
Sure.
I would consider them, like a beige. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good Irish. I was also like negative whiteness. Mm-hmm. I feel like Irish is like that, like me right now, pasty, pale. Mm-hmm. That and then English. And I think English is super pasty white too. So it's like, realistically, the only colorism I have in me is Italian, and even them.
And the 0.4% black.
Yeah.
We're basically cousins.
We don't know if it's black. It's North African.
To me, that's like...
There's white Africans. You can't just ask somebody why they're white,
I guess. But I thought, so it just said North African. It didn't say like
you were from like black.
Sierra Leone or perhaps.
It gave me no specifics.
Oh, okay. Well.
But I'm going to take it as...
She's a black woman. Period.
I'm your sister.
My mom. Okay, so when my results came in, I mean, I kind of had an idea, but I kind of didn't.
You were just everything.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of everything, but I'm like 40-something% Nigerian. I'm 20-something% Filipino and Chinese, and then I'm also like, I think it was like 10% Irish or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then something else. I think I was also part English as well in there. So I definitely was like a charcuterie board of ethnicities, if you will. Just a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But Yeah, I mean, I guess it wasn't like too. I was hoping there'd be something in there that was gonna like I was gonna be like gagged over, but it was kind of like. I was really happy to see that I was mainly Nigerian, but I think I'm also parts of like Sierra Leone, and then there might have been some Ethiopian in there. I really need to pull up these results. It's been a minute. Like we did this months ago, and we're just now getting around to discussing it. Yeah. But it was really cool, honestly.
It was really cool. I really enjoyed it, actually.
I wish it would have got a little bit more specific into like my tribes of African, like what tribes of Nigerian. I think
you can do that with something.
Yeah, just not 23&Me.
Maybe even with 23&Me, I think you might be able to pay like an extra amount of money to be able to see what kind of tribe you're in.
I think I need to get into
Look into it a little bit. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
We should have opened them on camera, I think.
Maybe we should. I was a little worried about like, I don't know, my DNA just floating out there. You know what I mean? But
it's already floating around there.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I mean, I do check. Do you get like the email updates where it's like, oh, you found a new relative?
Yeah, I do.
I always wonder if I'm gonna get something really like shocking in there. It's never anything, but like I see those stories on TikTok where they're like, oh, I found out I had a lost sibling, or my dad wasn't my real dad or something. Yeah. So I was really hoping for something a little bit more shocking.
Yeah. No, I think I would want to do 23&Me for like my parents, you know, see what I can dig up in there. And then
there's definitely some tea for our parents. I
feel like there's some tea.
Yeah, we might have to get, maybe that's a good video idea. We do 23&Me's, but we make our parents do them.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We'd have to have Patty and Quinn come in.
Shout out to Patty and Quinn.
Hey, Patty and Quinn.
So you said you had a question to ask me. I've been kind of gosh. What is the question?
I ate an edible earlier, so I don't know if I remember. I had it in the moment, but oh my gosh, did you hear that there's like an ocean underneath like the Earth's crust or something like that?
Yes, I did dive into this on TikTok, and I did read about the ocean, but it's not like real water. I think it's like crystallized, right? It's not.
Okay, listen, and I just want to say fuck you to anybody who's ever said that. I was crazy for what I'm about to just say. Okay, are you ready for this?
I think I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Well, you know I'm a conspiracy theorist girly.
We both are, definitely.
Yeah. Like I think you
take it a little bit further. I do. But I do like a good conspiracy thery. I'm gonna dive into that.
I can really get down with a flat earth theory. Like I can get down with it. I can. It just there's something about it that makes a lot of sense to me. Anyways, okay, let's rewind. My theory is, are you ready? Is that, let me take it down a couple notches. The inside of the earth is like an inner space.
I've heard this one before.
Yes. Okay. And I heard it and I can't get it out of my mind. And I've told a lot of people this and they've literally said, you're an idiot. It's scientifically proven, blah, 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 that there's a crust and then there's the molten core and there's this and there's that. But we have no idea what is inside of our earth.
I mean, we barely know what's at the bottom of the ocean.
We have not even discovered.
And we really don't know if space is, like, because that could all just been a hoax, right? Like, did we even go to space?
I remember my question now.
Okay, what was it?
Do you think we landed on the moon?
I don't think we did.
Me neither.
I don't think we did.
No, absolutely not.
There's definitely a lot of questions. There's a lot of good questions. I don't know. Yeah. And the fact that we haven't been back since, there's just a lot of questions.
The fact that I don't have cell phone service in this house, but they made a phone call from the moon to Earth.
Yeah.
We have landed on the moon.
That's a really good point, actually. I can't even get 5G in the places I'm supposed to get 5G, and you guys are telling me you went to the moon
in 1960 something. That was the date, right?
It was like 1960 something, I think.
1969, hopefully.
Yeah, like the whole race to the moon.
Yeah, I just don't believe it. I just the fabrication of lies. Anyways, my point is that I think that the discovery of this ocean under the earth further proves the theory that the earth is an inner space, just simply in the fact of like we can't even get down there. Just as expansive and infinite as space is, outer space, I think that the inner space is, in the sense that we cannot explore it in the same way that we cannot explore space.
Yeah. There's definitely something going There's something happening beneath us for sure. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't know if it's the space thing. I don't know if I can get into the whole flat earth theory thing yet. Maybe I need to read some more. I'm not fully sold on that one, but there's definitely something weird with the ocean. What's beneath the ocean? Like, I have a lot of questions. There's not a lot of answers.
Never say never.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
But I do love a good conspiracy theory, I must say.
What do you think your favorite conspiracy theory is?
Oh God, there's so many. My favorite conspiracy theory, God, some of them I'm scared to mention, honestly. Gosh, there's so many. You know
what Mr. Beans is? Mr. Beans' conspiracy theory, his favorite one is that
Mr. Bean's creation of himself is his conspiracy theory on its own merit. So
Mr. Beans' favorite conspiracy theory is that he's not allowed to have chocolate or human food. That's his favorite. He says it's.
I heard a little bit of chocolate is actually good for dogs, like a little bit, like small amounts.
Is that not? Wine is okay for pregnant women.
I mean,
a glass of wine.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't that doctor? And then like doctors like stamp on that. That's, a little. Fetal alcohol syndrome never hurt anybody, I guess. Or I guess it did hurt some people. You would Ooh, maybe. I mean,
no. I don't think Quinn. Quinn wasn't even old enough to drink.
Maybe I need to call my mom. I have a few questions for her. But yeah, favorite conspiracy theory. So there's so many. I don't know if I have a favorite. There's just so many.
Yeah, there is.
I don't even know where to start.
I believe almost every conspiracy theory that I hear.
You do?
Yeah. Just as
I felt like every other day you're telling me the world's gonna end.
How do we know it hasn't already?
So what is this? Just like the simulation thing?
Sometimes I think that it's just like dimensional, and even if we did die, oh my gosh, you know what I heard the other day? Okay, I heard that if you can't remember your childhood, then like
trauma.
Yes, trauma. Well, yes, obviously trauma is like the answer. But what I heard, which I found was so interesting, and it just kind of made me think, was that when you can't remember like your childhood or like the first 20 years of your life or whatever the case may be, then you're like a step in soul. Does that make sense? Like a soul just like came into. It was kind of like a simulation up until your soul found the body.
Interesting. Like you were just on autopilot, basically, just like be bopping through life, and then finally, when your soul was ready, it was like, all right, let me just.
Here I am.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting? It like I just think of like a little bubble of soul popping in.
Yeah, here I always thought it was just trauma and people blacking out their childhoods, but maybe you're right.
I think it is trauma. Like 100% think it is trauma. Well, 99% think it's trauma, but I think the soul theory is really interesting. I can get behind it.
I have to do some more research on that one too. That's an interesting one. I actually like that one.
I like it. I think it's kind of cute.
It's also kind of scary. Like, is that just like an extra? Like, is that just it gives me kind of Exorcist vibes? Like, your body's just being taken over. Like, are you just a demon right now?
Why would you say that? I sleep upstairs alone. Why would you say that? I'm scared. Upstairs is already haunted.
It's a valid question. I mean,
do you think it's this room that's haunted, or do you think it's all of upstairs?
I think it's you. I think you're the haunting, actually. And I think we need to really call someone about that. But
I would love to see a medium. I would love to.
That would be really cool. Have you never seen a medium before?
I've never seen a medium. I saw that psychic, which I kind of want to go. I want to see her again because I think
she's good.
I think I have some questions, but my whole life I had thought that there was something dark attached to me, and she reassured me that there wasn't, and she like wiped me down through the camera because we did it over Zoom. She said no. She said, take all of that off. She said no. No.
Like Lego pieces.
That's basically what she was doing. She said she was like wiping away that thought of like negativity. She said there's nothing attached to you. You grew up. What she said was I'm an empath, and so when I was little I was around so much negativity that I adapted that. And that so makes a lot of I've sense. Like brought it with me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, our psychic, her name is Madam Carolyn. Shout out to Madam Carolyn. She'll get you together. But she is I think her readings are like, it's like medium, tarot, and palm reading, and just like all infused, like clairvoyance. Like it's just everything in one. Like I think she's kind of she uses many different types of
She well, when I went and saw her, she said it was less she was like less medium-y, you know. The only thing she kind of said to me that was medium-ish was like if I had had a recent loss or something, or you know, that I haven't come to terms with. And so that was like the only, I felt, afterlife-ish question she had like asked me. But also I had asked her about my grandma being in my dreams recently, and she said, does that bring you comfort? And she said, well, if it brings you comfort, then it sounds good, you know, but be careful who you talk to in your dreams, essentially.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she said if they're talking to you, that's not your
it's so wild to think that people don't have dreams. I have dreams every night. Every night I have a dream, and it's usually wild.
Yeah. I basically don't even know, like, sometimes what is a dream and what is reality. But that might be a perma-fried.
Yeah,
you know.
She's been through some things. No, I dream every night. Like, it's so weird. Like, I've met some people and they're just like, oh, I don't dream, or I don't really have dreams. And I'm like, I could not even tell you the last time I didn't dream. No. Like, I am always thinking something crazy. But I do have some moments where I wonder, did I dream that, or is that a memory? That definitely does happen. Yeah. But maybe not like super often. And even though I dream every night, I don't necessarily remember the dream. But I feel like if I do remember it, it's like an important like message. You know, something about that dream is important. So I definitely dream every night. I just don't remember them.
Do you think that we hop dimensions in our dreams?
Maybe. I definitely feel like dreams, have you ever heard the theory of like people jumping into like your dream, or you jumping into other people's dreams? Like, I don't really,
I think you can like practice. I think you can like train to do that.
I don't know about the dimension things, but I definitely feel like when there's someone I haven't talked to in a long time, they pop up in my dreams, it's usually like a sign that they like were thinking about me, or they needed something from me, or I need something from them. Like, it's like some kind of signal.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, I don't know about the dimension one.
Oh. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if our souls are like traveling through dimensions in our dreams, like different dimensional versions of us. People we know, you know what I mean? People we know. You ever have a dream and it's like, you know this person, but it's not the face of the person that you know?
Or I have dreams about people who I've never even met before, just random. Does that ever happen to you, or is that just me? Like, I don't know these people at all.
No, but you can't. I absolutely dream that way. But I feel like everybody who enters my dream has some kind of connection to me, and I have seen them before, whether it's passing on the street or like
they're just like really in the back of your mind, just like really buried.
You know what I mean? It's just passerbys and stuff like that. Even if I don't think I recognize them, I've seen them before.
At some point, yeah. Huh. Maybe I do know them after all.
Maybe I do.
I think on some of the other podcasts that we talked about, we briefly talked about Gypsy Rose, and I just kind of want to circle back to that.
We're circling back.
Yeah, because Gypsy Rose on the Kardashians. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Why?
Briefly. Why?
Does that mean I don't...
Well, I think... Okay, well, let's just talk about pop culture popularity in general.
But don't you think it's weird that, like, maybe, I don't know, I just feel like the Kardashians are using Gypsy Rose for clout?
That's what I was about to say is, I just think that somehow the Kardashians always find their way back to irrelevancy. You know what I mean? And somehow they're always trying to chase being relevant, if that makes sense. But also... You know, Kim was also going to school to be a lawyer. You know what I mean? There was something along.
We're definitely living in the Hunger Games, like, dystopian era. I mean, like, the fact, and I think I saw this on TikTok, but the fact that, like, you have to attach yourself to a known murderer for clout.
A known murderer?
That's actually wild.
I mean,
that sounds
wild. Really harsh.
But... She is a known murderer. And then it's just...
She is.
It also kind of tells you about the state of the Kardashians, because it's like, now you need Gypsy Rose. Are you breaking our podcast?
I'm not.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
It's just the fact that, like, the Kardashians need Gypsy Rose Blanchard for clicks and views.
But do you really think like
it's just weird?
It's
weird.
It's weird.
And on that note, we're gonna take a break.
Hello.
And we're back.
We
just had a few technical difficulties, but we're figuring it out. You know what I mean? And it's all gonna come together in post when we send that off to our editor. Our editor being me.
I just want to say that Darren is the beauty.
Why would you use my government name on here?
Daryl. Can your podcast name be Daryl and mine Tracy?
Daryl and Tracy.
Daryl and Tracy.
Oh, that's a good.
I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah, maybe that's our alter ego characters, and we bring them out for specific segments. Daryl and Tracy.
Should I put my Spider-Man suit on?
No.
Oh.
Anyways,
let's get back to it.
Yeah.
Fanita.
Oh, okay. So yeah, when we were during that technical difficulty, I had brought up Fanita to see if Tori knew who Fanita was. She says that she hates black women. She doesn't know that black bitch. And I said, Tori, why would you say that? Anyways, that's where we left off. So have you seen the beef about Fanita online? Do you see those TikToks?
Hold on, I'm trying to recover. I've seen, okay, all I've seen, which I don't agree with, this is not me agreeing with it, I'm just saying what I've been seeing on the internet is that she's a little cracked out right now, and that I saw that she is getting her body done. I saw that maybe she came out about, is it the beef about how white creators make more money than people of color TikTokers?
I think that was a part of it too. Do you believe that? Do you believe that the white creators?
I believe that
more opportunities than the black creators.
I believe, yeah, systematically. I think everything is systematically racist, and so I wholeheartedly.
So what are you going to do in this podcast to ensure that this is equal? Because what if this does blow up, and then you get a lot of notoriety, and then I'm just the black token guy that sits here and stirs the pot? Then what?
Well, then you will be a really good editor for my podcast. And
so basically, I'll be the help.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just happy to be involved,
I just want to say that this podcast would be nothing without Daryl. Daryl was the backbone. You were the backbone of this podcast. And so I think...
Once again, white people just... on the backs of black people, they just living life.
Yeah,
must be nice.
He works and I benefit. I look like this, so he could look like that, right? That's like the. Anyways, but yes, I do think that that's a problem everywhere in almost every kind of industry. What else? What's the other drama within that?
Well, I guess that's really it.
That was it?
Well, I mean, I guess that's really like
the basis,
a high overview of like what it is. But I don't know. I was just curious if you were seeing it and like if you agree. I don't really know. I kind of like Fanita. I mean, she does seem kind of crazy, but I think that's what I like about her. And yeah, I think she's funny actually. But
I think every podcast I've seen, I really enjoy.
Yeah. And this could be good for her. I mean, they say all
everybody has a
bad
breaking
press
point.
Is good press, right?
Yeah.
And is that what they say?
Yeah. Well, just as much as she has people against her, she's gonna have people that back her. You know what I mean? Just like any kind of celebrity. So I think that there's highs and lows, and whatever she considers this, low, high, in between.
Well, Fanita, if you're hearing this,
good luck out there.
Keep dragging them bitches. I do support you. I mean, it makes for a good TikTok watch. You know what I mean?
Is there anybody that she drags specifically?
There's a few, but I don't. I mean, Alex Early.
Yeah.
I don't. Was that how you say her name?
No, I
don't
even know what she.
I don't even know who this lady is.
I could not pick Alex Earl out of a lineup.
I thought that was like a brand of something.
I thought Alex Earl was the Call Her Daddy host for a long time. Have you ever heard of Call Her Daddy?
Yeah, but I don't think that's her, right?
No, it's not her.
I don't know these people.
But Alex Cooper might be her.
That name doesn't even sound familiar either. I don't know any of these bitches.
I don't know any of them.
Well, there's that.
There it is.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just the only thing that I had questions on. I really know, but I mean, I don't really. I feel like I don't know. I do watch some of Anita's her podcast episodes, and she has some good guests. I loved watching her Raven Simone.
She does have good guests, I think.
She does. I'm trying to think of who else I saw on there that was good. Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of it. I know there's some good ones on there, but I do watch it, you know?
I think she's had Terry Joe on her podcast, maybe.
I think it was Trisha Paytas.
I think she's had Trisha Paytas on her podcast too, possibly.
I think she has, and I love Trisha Paytas. I'm in my Trisha era. So I've never watched Trish until like recently, like the last few months. I just never I wasn't there for her like chaotic like internet eras previously, but I'm here now and I live.
Yeah, no.
I live, and she's here for the gays, and I live for you, Trisha. Thank you.
Yeah, Trish. Yeah, she's like. There's just people who are openly problematic, if that makes sense. Like,
but it just is so good to watch.
It is. It is good to watch, and I think Trish is like so authentically herself. You know what I mean? But like all the characters that she plays, I just really love her creativity. Like, I think she's a very creative individual, and there's like nothing. It seems like there's been nothing in her life that has really stopped her from trying to be that creative creator. You know what I mean? And yeah, watching her become a mother and stuff and get married and have somebody and like a family that supports her wholeheartedly and like all of the things that she does is really amazing to see.
Yeah, no, she definitely, I mean, again, I don't really know her previous life, but just from like what I hear and then what I see now, I mean, it seems like a glow up. I don't know. People tell me this is the less problematic version of her, but I still think it's kind of problematic, but I still live.
Yeah.
I'll see some like the clips on TikTok or like YouTube where it's like she did say some problematic things and I still live. Except for the blackface one. That one was a little uncomfortable.
There's also, there's a couple videos where
they really trashed her for the blackface one, but then there was a Latina one where she's like sitting on that wall, like swinging her legs, and everyone lived for that.
She's so funny. Yeah. She's really funny. Like, realistically, it's more like a cosplay than it is like a.
I just feel like if anyone can do blackface, and let's just forgive it. It's Trisha Paytas, no?
Yes, and Jenna Marbles. I want to forgive that one too, and I want that to be forgiven wholeheartedly.
I don't think that's really for you to say, but I mean, I'll put it on the docket.
The 0.4% in me says it's okay.
We'll put it on the docket to discuss at the annual conference.
You don't think the Jenna Marbles Nicki Minaj video? I think that's the one that got her canceled.
I think Jenna Marbles is iconic. I think she gave us a lot, so I do think she deserves probably more than she's getting. I don't really know where she's at, but I feel like she probably deserves more than what she's getting.
She got off of the internet because people were basically bullying the shit out of her. Speaking of problematic, you know what I'm craving really bad right now?
What?
Some French fries from McDonald's.
I'm craving some In-N-Out. I've been craving some In-N-Out for some time.
Can we go get some?
We probably should, but
I'm down to get dinner tonight. I'm down to get In-N-Out tonight if you want to go.
Oh, okay. Are you paying too?
I will pay for In-N-Out.
I'm just so poor. Pardon me.
Excuse me, sir.
Do you have any tuppence?
I know you're not.
I'm so poor. I'm setting up all this podcast equipment. So
this is girl money equipment. That was at least that was at least a year ago. You bought all of this. I got
at least 12 afterpay payments left.
$1 a month.
The littlest payment plan. Yeah, I think those afterpay Klarnas, I think they're probably destroying our generation right now. But does it help you build credit?
I got one going right now. No, I don't think it helps you build credit.
That seems like a little weird. I feel like it should.
Hey, you know what? You know what I did that was really stupid that tanked my fucking credit? Excuse my language. I was thinking I need to get rid of one of these credit cards. I only have 2 credit cards.
Oh, you closed it?
I closed my oldest standing account, which was like 7 years. And it brought my credit score down like 50 points.
Yeah.
50 points, it brought it down.
50 points isn't that bad, actually.
50 points is a lot.
It's all about credit usage. So what you did when you closed our account is you made your credit line decrease. So it made it seem like you had less credit available because of the debt you had. Yes. So that was,
I do.
Never close. Just don't use.
I understand now. That was definitely a learning lesson. And I have always been really
Why don't you the credit card you do have, just request a higher limit?
My limit is pretty high. I will. Yeah. Once I really would like to, what was I going to say?
Anyway.
No, I just...
We're probably not the best people to take financial advice from anyways.
I've always been really good with my credit. Always. This was just a really big mistake on my part, realistically.
Yeah.
But,
don't take advice from us when it comes to finances.
No.
Tori has at least 7 packages coming every other day. There's actually 2 packages downstairs waiting right now. I actually think they're for me this time.
They're not my packages. But I did just put in an online order, and it should be coming in the next week. And
where did you put an online order in?
I can't remember the name.
Does it rhyme with...
Bien?
Wow, you've said a lot of problematic things on this podcast so far. This is the first episode. You said you didn't really care for black women. You're supporting child slavery. What else? You said you're a flat earther. It's a lot. It's a lot for the people to digest in one episode. But, we're going to... Maybe we'll clean some of that up in post. We won't. But... Maybe.
I think you might make it sound worse than it actually was. And
we need to promote. We need to promote. We need a good viral moment. And I think, obviously, I think if we blow up... Is that the ice cream man?
That's the ice cream man.
Should we go? Should we go? Okay.
Bye, DJ.
Bye.
Can I get the Tweety bird, please?
Tweeting, okay.
Hello.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's run home.
Pardon us. We just had to go down to the ice cream truck. Oh.
Oh, sorry.
That does not look like Tweety Bird. That actually looks demonic. Okay. Well, Tori got a Tweety Bird pop. I got a bomb pop, but I got it in this little cup thingy, and I feel like the cup is revolutionary. I've never seen this before.
God bless America.
God bless America.
God bless America.
I love Sweet. It's a good bomb pop.
I want to let you know we ran.
It was so hot outside.
It was so hot. My back is so wetting.
I can give you guys a little ASMR with this. Ooh, it's really frozen. I feel like in the cup I can really get a little bit of all 3 flavors in one versus having to deep throat it, which is not the worst method, but I think this is maybe a little bit more appropriate for the pod.
I think deep throating a bomb pop would be a great clickbait.
Missed opportunity.
It's fine. Anyways, I love this one. I normally love the SpongeBob one, but I didn't see it until after I had gotten this, so. And I don't chew gum for very long.
This almost feels like it's not bad. It tastes good. I feel like...
You want to try my Tweety Bird?
I'm reporting you.
You want to lick my Tweety Bird? Okay, that's it for you, Mr. Bean. That's it.
Did he lick it?
Yeah, he licked it. You don't share ice cream? I've seen you share food with Sukiyana. Anyways.
Well.
Yeah.
This was good. I needed this, actually.
I think I did, too. It's a nice little pick-me-up.
Yeah. This is going to be an ASMR pod.
Yeah, this is it. Sorry, we can't talk for 10 minutes until we're done with this. My Tweety Bird.
We're gonna ban this video from YouTube. Our first episode's never gonna make it to production, to air. I'm just gonna, yeah.
I don't like the orange that much.
You don't?
Want to try this?
Is that your ice cream truck go-to?
SpongeBob normally, yes.
Interesting. Mine, I love a push pop. I like a classic orange push pop. That was like when I was a kid, I'd always get the orange push pop. But
somebody help me.
the only one they had was cotton candy. It scared me. Cotton candy flavored things.
You don't like it?
Cotton candy flavored things are scary. Have you ever seen those cotton candy flavored grapes? I think you've bought them before. I just feel like I'm gonna get cancer if I eat it.
I really like cotton candy.
Okay.
I do. I like cotton candy ice cream. Like the blizzards. I love a cotton candy blizzard.
That sounds atrocious. I think my favorite blizzard is the one that comes out in the fall, the pumpkin one. But it doesn't taste like it used to. I feel like they changed their recipe at Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen's mozzarella sticks.
Possibly the best.
I always thought it was Arby's.
It's not. Arby's actually.
It's Dairy Queen's.
I got Arby's the other day, and they have a 2 for $6 special right now. I love Arby's. And you get classic roast beef or a fish sandwich, and then you get a mozzarella stick. I was eating mozzarella sticks, and I thought, this really isn't that good. Anyways, I do think that Dairy Queen is better, and I think Sonic might be better too.
Sonic does have some pretty good ones. Yeah, Sonic definitely has some good mozzarella sticks. Ew.
I don't want the gum.
Okay, well, I done forgot what I was gonna say.
I just took the words right out of your mouth.
You sure did. What's our first mukbang?
What is it?
Yeah, what's gonna be our first one? Like, we need to do a mukbang. What is it?
I think we should have partial mukbang every time we record, maybe.
That's not a bad idea.
Like, this is like kind of like a partial one. You know what I mean?
I was thinking, that's a good video. What? Okay, let's just go around and get mozzarella sticks from like 4 different places.
And then we could do French fries at one too.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we should just compare and contrast and who has the best. That's a good one.
Yeah. That's a really good idea.
No. Well. Well, I think this has been a productive pod so far.
Would you put them back in the air fryer to like warm them up, or would you? I think that's good, right?
I mean, to give everyone a fair shot.
We also have to try each marinara sauce.
I'm trying to think who has the best marinara, but I actually kind of do like Sonic's marinara.
I can't think of it in the moment, but what do we say we were gonna go get right now? We say we're gonna go get something. In-N-Out burger.
Oh, that sounds good. In-N-Out is good, but you can only eat it like once every 6 months.
No. False. I could eat In-N-Out at least once a week, I think.
So Shake Shack and In-N-Out, which one are you choosing?
They're so different, but they're the same. But Shake Shack's burgers are better than In-N-Out's burgers.
Yes.
They are.
Oh, yeah, but In-N-Out, the affordability.
Is special.
In-N-Out really comes through for the broke bitches. And I think based on that alone, cheap. I can get behind it.
If you're doing cost and
taste, I feel like they don't really raise their prices. Have they raised their prices? I need to know, because I feel like
no. I think in California they might have, but like
I feel like it's been the same price since I was like in high school.
Not here in Texas. No, I think so.
No.
It's like $1.30 for a cheeseburger. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe it's like $2.30 or something.
Now I'm hungry. Now I'm wishing this was In-N-Out.
That sounds good.
The way ice cream trucks go around neighborhoods.
Smart.
Hear me out.
Burger.
Yes. Fast food places. Up and down the street. Doing the little jingles. I'm sorry. I'm busting my door down for some Chick-fil-A driving on the street. I know it's Pride Month. I don't care. Chick-fil-A comes through. Busting the door down to get out there. Pushing the kids out the way. Stiff arming them to make sure I get my Chick-fil-A sauce in Polynesian.
In-N-Out. If an In-N-Out truck was going around, we should open a franchise on this street maybe.
It's not a bad idea.
This street needs more fast food. Like a Wendy's. I don't know why, but I think this street would do really well with
Wendy's actually is a little underrated too.
Wendy's has the best french fries.
Wendy's has good fries. I like their salads actually. I get it with a crispy chicken on top.
You put me
and
on.
it hits every time for me.
Yeah.
Their nuggets are a little underwhelming.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry, McDonald's is forever going to have the best nuggets to me.
I agree.
I understand that they are supporting the Gaza-Israel situation and
we're boycotting. You know what? I haven't had McDonald's, I think, since it all started.
Me neither.
I had a nugget. My friend came home one time. Not my roommate, DJ. Not my roommate, Deej. He didn't come home with McDonald's one time and then offered me a nugget. And then I ate it. It was somebody else. Came home and then they said, "You want a chicken nugget?" And I said, yeah, and I ate the chicken nugget. Does that count?
It was good, wasn't it?
It was fucking good.
So good.
I dipped it.
But there's also something about food being better when someone else has it and it's not yours.
I dipped it so fucking hard in the hot mustard. I dipped it so
hot mustard
hard.
Is a slept-on sauce. Slept on.
I'll put you.
Sweet and sour used to be my go-to, but I have to get now sweet and sour and hot mustard. Slept on. Didn't know McDonald's had it.
The combination of the two is phenomenal.
Yeah. No, we're gonna have to do.
It's like sweet and tangy mixed.
Maybe we do that. Maybe we go to a few different places. We get nuggets, fries, and mozzarella sticks if possible, and we could just kind of rate them all down in one video. That'll make a good mukbang.
But we have to get it from the same places that provide the same things. Like, we can't go to McDonald's and get nuggets because they don't provide
Guess you're right.
mozzarella sticks.
Yeah. Whatever. Well, that could be our second video. I think we need to throw a crab leg boil in there too.
I think we actually might need to limit this podcast specifically only for crab boils. like nothing. But
I just felt like, I need a good crab. I need a good crab day.
I do too, I think. And you know when the crab boils pop up on my For You page at midnight? I'm in bed and I'm doom scrolling.
Is it like one specific person or it's just anyone?
I just want to let you know. Is this problematic to say? And if it is, maybe we could.
It's going to be the fourth problematic thing you said so far. Go ahead.
Black creators' crab boils always look significantly better than white creators' crab boils.
I 100% agree. Do you think it's the way they eat them, or you think it's just the way it's seasoned down?
I love when like the camera's like right here and they're like cracking it, and then they like dip their whole entire. They basically scoop the sauce in with the crab, and then they like, just their sauce always looks so good.
I like when Asian creators do mukbangs too. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, Asian creators in general. I think their mukbangs might be far superior than anybody else's for some reason.
Absolutely.
They have some kind of audio technique that they do where you could really hear all the slurps.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, I think it's been a good podcast. So
yeah,
that was that. Well, thanks everyone for joining us on our podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share our content. Hopefully we make a second episode, but no promises. It took long enough for this first one.
This is it. Yeah. I mean, this is at least.
That was a good second up runner name for our podcast. This is it.
This is it. This is all you get.
This is it.
This is all you get. That's kind of a good one.
That's a good one. More to come.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.